Good morning. Well, we are back out here. Not back out here, excuse me. We are at a different customer, and I can't necessarily disclose who the customer is. I don't feel comfortable enough to do that. But what we're going to do is some services. Got a few yard switchers to do. That's one of them sitting right there. It's different than a service though. It's got a hydraulic leak. And then we've got one that's behind me inside the building. So I'll try to record a little bit, but this place is a little weird about who records and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see how it goes. So we have two fuel filters, one there, one down here, water separator, fuel filter. You know, technically it's a fuel filter, but water saver's got a drain, got a water and fuel sensor that plugs into it. This one's nothing more than a fuel filter. So you already seen that I greased it up. Once we get done dropping oil and filters, get everything back together, I'll do a brake inspection best I can. They got the stupid covers on them. Did check coolant level. Coolant level's good, but it looks like we're missing some hardware that mounts the coolant, one of the coolant reservoirs to it. So yeah, let's get started. Oh, yeah. All right, get this plug undone. Get it tucked up out of the way. And then what we'll do is we'll drain it. Best we can. These bottom ones are big and they always make a mess, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and pre-fill this just because it's the size of it. Alright. Get all of our O-rings lubed up, clean fuel. We'll just go ahead and bring this over here so we're ready for it. Always just kind of get it propped up where I can. Alright. So let's make a mess. I like to stop draining the bottom so I can kind of control what I do with it. So normally I'll start pouring diesel out here in just a few seconds. Yep. She'll normally sit there and drain because it's kind of taking all the fuel out of the system. So, like I said, I try to have that other one ready to go at least so I can get it up on there without draining this, everything out of the system. All right. Sorry if it's noisy in here, guys. We're inside of the warehouse. Boy, I'm gonna smell like diesel fuel for a week, every day. Get this little bit up right here. We always try to clean up this bay because this company lets us use this bay. They provide all their own filters. Only thing we bring is transmission fluid if we do a trans service for them. That's about it. Yeah, get her tightened on up. Guys, don't be scared to service your equipment. Hell, you read it right here. It says U-strap wrench above this line. So you always try to grab it closer to the top. A lot more stable. So a lot of people have preferences. They use straps, they use clamps. I just use these. I just grab it as close as I can to the top. I just work it around, letting off. Don't want to damage the brand new filter or anything. Make sure you get her snugged up. It ain't got to be ridiculously tight. And we'll wipe her back down. All right. Let's get that plug back in. Feel which way she goes. All right. So now we'll come up here, we'll grab our trusty dusty pan here. This one unfortunately does make a mess. It's kind of hard to get a pan underneath it and keep it from making a mess and get it out. That's the biggest thing. Is like I show you right here, you can put the pan right directly under it. The problem is you can't really get the filter out if you do that, but we'll give it a shot just for reference. And that ain't nothing more than a old jug. You just cut the top out and make great drain pans for small stuff. Grab it close to the top, give her a twist, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Try not to grab anything, in the back behind the filter. And you want to get wires. And we'll twist her off. Keep her little dandy drain pan and keep from making as big of a mess. All right. Tip it over a little bit, get some out. And we'll pull that up out of there. So I just got a regular diesel can, and I got this little electric pump, holds D batteries. I got it from O'Reilly's. And I just use it to pump fuel in the filters. Don't overfill it, because if you do, when you go to screw it up on there, it just kind of pushes diesel fuel out of everything. Get this lubed up with some good new fuel. Don't use oil, just use fuel. You don't want to contaminate. So let's see if we can get this up out without making a mess. There we go. Let's see if we can get this back up on here. to hand tighten it as much as I can. And grab the wrench and give her a little bump, a little bump, a little bump, and a little bump. There you go. Fuel filter's done. Before I forget, I always try to wipe the oil cap off. I'll get a little brake clean and I'll spray under there, just so when we open it up, you know, we're not dropping stuff down into the valve cover. All right, let's get to the oil. This is one of my personal pans. My little lid there, starting to break. I just set that right there. Make sure you take your breather out if you got a pan, because, well, you don't want it to fill up. So we'll get that scooted. Oh. Slide her under. Get my big body under here. Oh. Kind of move it for just a second. There we go. Get her popped loose. And bang. And make sure she's not going to splatter. See, they provide everything for us. We don't have to go get parts. It's nice. It's got its perks. Yep, $39.70. So small oil filters, I don't pre-fill them. It's a preference. You know, guys sometimes get bent out of shape about oil filters. I don't pre-fill small oil filters. I mean, if they're very, very large oil filters, then I will. I just make sure that the lips, seals and everything are lubed up good. This is their oil drum. This is good clean oil right here. I know, because I just put it there. But we get it good and lubed up. We'll see if we can get her off with one hand. How about that? If you look way up in there, there's an oil filter. So let's see if we can get her off by hand. Some of these, pretty much these yard switchers with Cummins, I have never seen them actually leak oil when you take them off, like down the oil filter. So make sure that the seal is on there. It is. And we'll prop that up and let that drain. Leave the pan right there. Save any little drips. Get back here so we can see. See if we can get her spun up on there. Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, we gotta depart the customer. Go on a call at another one. I think it's another yard switcher from what I can tell. And apparently it's got like an air leak and it's stuck under a trailer or something of that nature. So I guess nobody else was available and I got a little stopping point that sorry about that. Camera malfunction, I think. Anyway, was at a stopping point over there with this customer. So we'll go over here, see what they got going on with the trailer stuck underneath the, or a yard switcher stuck underneath the trailer, I think, is what they said. We'll have to get out of here into this big warehouse. Ooh. So at this moment, I'm sitting in the cab and I was trying to build air. And at the moment, it would only build about 40 psi on its own. So I was revving it up. What I was just trying to do was get just enough air into it so that I could actually release the fifth wheel and get the unit out from underneath the trailer. I get out, I believe, in the next clips, and I'm looking around underneath the cab just to see if I hear anything. And at first, I never heard a thing, and I'm like, oh, Lord, what's going on? So then eventually we figured out, but I just wanted to update you. Holy crap. All right, got it. That was a little bit of a fight, but I don't know what in the world somebody's got going on here. I do believe that's going to be the source of the air leak. Huh. Okay. My question is, what line was hooked into that? That goes to the switch. I don't see an extra air line. Can I get it raised? Yeah, we'll have to block it up. Well, let's go get the truck. Get back up there. What are you doing? All right. Let's see. Oh. I don't know if they had a line in this, if it was originally capped off. It's some air. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Look at there. Broke off. Cram my head. Y'all saw that coming, didn't you? Didn't even say a word to me. Saw it coming. Golly. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. And one more for good luck. Torqued. Shove that back in there. Make sure she's good. Ugh. Get a little air leak on that valve too. Hear it. All right, she's back over there. Let the customer know. Well, excuse me, I'll let my guys know. My guys will let them know. So, put that right there. Put that back in there. Oh, gotta love the old original US General box. It's a good box. Found it upstairs at the shop. Put it in here. All right. All right. One goose said to the other goose, let's get the flock out of here. Oh. Put this thing on just to turn around and take it right back off.